Alright, so this is my top 10 lyricists of all time. First, I need to define lyricism because people, it means something different to everybody. Um, and I think sometimes it's very incorrectly. Um, but really, to me, lyricism is a group of skill sets, not just one. Some people think, you know, you got to be a good storyteller to be one of the best lyricists. Now, storytelling is important, but it's only part of the puzzle. Um, there's a group of skill sets that I think you have to be effective at, but you have to be top tier, very best at least one of them, or be very, very good at more than a few of them in order to be on this list to me. You know what I'm saying? And what are those skill sets? The first one, storytelling. And this isn't ranking these in order of which is important. I think by the end of my list, you'll see what kind of ends up being the thing that makes lyricism, like all the lyricists, the best ones, and on this list specifically, they're all good at one of these things. And the best ones are like the very best at these things. And the pioneer to lyricism was the best at this thing. And I'll get to that when I get to it. I think if I rank them, like this is another video, if I wanted to, ranking the most important qualities to lyricism, we could do that with rapping too. And you could do that with songwriting. And all of these things, a songwriter who doesn't rap uses these things. It's just rappers use this more. This is rapping, you know what I mean? This is what makes somebody a very good rapper. And there's other things, there's other qualities too, to rapping. And you can be a top 10 lyricist. There's people that are on the top 10 rappers that are on this list. And there's people on this list that are in the top 10 rappers. And then there's artists, there's top 10 rap artists, I feel like, that might not be on this list. It might not be on the best rappers list. And then there's artists who are on all three lists, I think. And definitely a lot of them are on this list. Lyricism is very important to rap. There's people who aren't the most lyrical rappers that are very successful. But whenever you talk to people on who are the best of the best, the lyrical ability is in some point, you don't got to be on this list, but you have to be lyrical to really be successful as a rapper, and you have to be lyrical in one of these areas in order to really be considered as one of the best. So let me start off with these skill sets. I'm already rambling. Storytelling is the first one, right? How well do you tell stories? It's really that simple. How well do you use imagery in your writing? Do you paint a picture? Do you really, can you tell a story in a song format, right? Storytelling. Metaphors, similes, wordplay, punchlines. This is another skill set. I kind of lump them all together. A metaphor and a simile is two things, right? Like a as, using like or as. That's pretty much a punchline. Metaphors, you'll say something without using like a as. And then there's wordplay, where it's kind of the same thing as a metaphor, but it's not. Double entendres are a thing with wordplay. Like you're saying more than one thing, but you said one thing, right? And there's a lot of best rappers, they really focus here and they're good at another area and they don't do anything else. So they're not necessarily a top 10 lyricist. We're talking top 10. And you got to be very, very good at one of these and effective at the rest of them, or you very, very good at all of them, or you're the best at one of them. So you have to be talked about when you talk about somebody being lyrical, or you pioneered it, right? That's metaphors, similes, wordplay. Next is rhyme schemes, right? This is a very technical aspect. All of it is technical, but this is really technical. Like rhyme schemes is like how well you rhyme, how you use words. If you use the same type of words, do you use internal rhymes? Do you stack internal rhymes? You know what I'm saying? Tupac said, blast me, but never ask me to live a lie. The internal rhyme is blast me, never ask me. The the main rhyme is live a lie, and he finishes the punchline. It's not really a punchline. Am I wrong? Cause I want to get it on till I die. Wrong, cause I want to get it on. The wrong and the on is another internal line. So he stacks the internal rhymes and still ends with the main rhyme at the end of the bar. So we should say, that's rhyme scheme, right? Like how good are you at doing that? You know what I'm saying? There are best rappers that aren't that good at doing that, that don't try to do that, that aren't known for doing that. You know what I'm saying? But they can spit bars. You get what I'm saying? Um, that's rhyme schemes, right? And there's people who are way more complicated than that. You know what I'm saying? Stacking a lot of syllables. That's rhyme schemes. But it's also a flow. Flow is cadence. Da 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 da. That's a cadence, right? That's a cadence. The rhyme scheme is what you put on the cadence, where the rhymes are. The cadence is flow. Da 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 da. It's just rhythm. So those are very technical. You can really figure these two things out, and they're so important, both of them. And they're separate to me, but they're paired together in the same way when I think of them. They go hand in hand, kind of. And then another aspect, another skill set to lyricism is emotional resonance and potency. And then you can kind of like, so emotional connection. Do you say things that people feel or want to feel? Do you say things that people relate to or want to relate to? Right. And then these kind of go hand in hand together, but they're different. So I'm separating them. Are you thought provoking? And do you have something do you say something that means something? These go together, but it's kind of similar to the emotional part. So, right. So like, do you say things that hit people in the chest that people gonna feel? Do you say things that make people think? Right. Not just on a bar level, but like on a thought level, like, oh, that was clever. Like that was clever. I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man. That's not just a punchline. That's not just a double entendre. That's like, wait a goddamn minute. What the fuck? That kind of it takes it's a step forward than just saying, oh, that was a punchline, right? Or saying a lot of political stuff. Like Kendrick's a political guy. That was Jay-Z, by the way. I'm sure everybody knows that. But Kendrick's he can get not necessarily political, but very psychological, and he's saying things that are very thought provoking to the soul and to just very intellectual, right? Pac at the same level, very very intellectual. Say things that make you think. Say things that challenge how you think. You get what I'm saying? But both also say things that make you feel, right? That first bar I said, blast me, but never ask me to live a lie. You could kill me, but I'm gonna be my damn self. Am I wrong? Cause I want to get it on till I die. Like you feel that. If you feel that, you feel that. So he paired emotional resonance with rhyme scheme and flow, and that's Pac. Like that's lyricism. You get what I'm saying? No metaphor. No double entendre. No punchlines. And I'm gonna talk about Pac later. He on my list. He might piss y'all off where he is on my list, but he my favorite all time. So um, anyway, see, I'm already going 10 minutes in, just breaking down what lyricism is, man. So let's get into this list. Top 10. First person on this list, J. Cole. Number 10. One of the best storytellers, right? You think about how he got his record deal. Lights, Please was a story. His first rap that he ever recorded, I forget the name of it, was a story. Um, everybody, yeah, like Wet Dreams is like his story that went crazy. I really don't fuck with it, but it's a story, right? Like, and it's a good story. I just don't care about the topic, honestly. But it's resonant for people. Um, Lost Ones was really one of those ones, you know, telling a story from two different perspectives about something that a lot of people go through. J. Cole is one of the best storytellers of all time. For Your Eyes Only is one of the best stories ever told on a rap song, all time. He's one of the best storytellers. This list is hard for me to make because these are a lot of my favorites. Ranking him 10 kind of feels like a slight because of how good he is. And this is just storytelling, but I think he fits for a lot of reason here amongst the list. And you can scramble a lot of these people. But to me, I rank him 10 because there are people better. And when I say better, not that much, but better at storytelling. They just do it in a different way. And they're better at other things. And again, I could he could be top 5 on this list. But for me, today, right this second, J. Cole's number 10. He's great at metaphors, wordplay, simile. He's really a punchline guy, though. He don't really do double entendres that much. It's more cut and dry with his punchlines. But he does do double entendres. He does, but there are people who are better at the wordplay than he is. But he's more of a punchline rapper when he gets into that part of his bag. It's more like simile metaphor than it is double entendre for him. But he still has that in his bag. Very technical rapper, right? Rhyme schemes. He's a lot like M with his rhyme schemes. Um, he can get like Nas with his rhyme scheme. He could get like Big with his rhyme schemes. He could get like Pac with his rhyme schemes. Same with the flows. He's a very, very skilled technician rapper, like flows and cadence. So important. He's one of the best to ever do it as far as rhyme schemes and flows. And then emotional resonance, man. Uh, People be having his lyrics tatted on them. You know what I'm saying? I probably posted Facebook posts like 2-3 years of just J. Cole goddamn quotes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of the most quotable rappers of all time. Emotional resonance. He has thought provoking bars um that make you think about life on a, I don't want to say surface level, but more down to earth level. And just he just talks about emotional things that he goes through in a very relatable way and pretty easily to digest. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I got J. Cole number 10. Um, I need to do an honorable mention, but it'd be so many. Number 9, Rakim. Rakim. Old niggas gonna be mad because he ain't number 1 or he ain't top 5. I get it. You know what I'm saying? This might be y'all Michael Jordan. This might be y'all Magic Johnson. But Rakim is the blueprint. And this is why they have him at number 1. You don't really get any rapper that raps today without Rakim doing what he did. There's a before Rakim of rap and then after. The rap rhyme schemes and flow is what he pioneered. Before, people's flow was like very standard, very basic, not really the same, but it was still like, whenever people be like, oh, I don't listen to that old rap, that's the old rap they talking about, right? Like they all rap like that before Rakim, They all rap like that. Um, After Rakim, he started what I'm talking about: internal rhymes, stacking syllables, flowing off the beat, dragging a word out past the bar, right? You don't get what is it that Andre 3000 line, I got your back like chiropractic. Him finishing the bar with chiroprac and being able to rhyme and then finishing the word on the first part of the next bar. You don't get that. You don't get that without Rakim. And that's why they say Rakim's number one, right? Because he started this. He started that. He started you thinking more out of the box when you rhyme and when you flow. He's a pretty good storyteller. He was very braggadocious. He was like really, nobody rapped about being a good rapper like he did until he did. People were doing it before, but like his confidence was different too. He rapped. This is another like rap attribute, but he rapped like he wasn't trying. Like the confidence was just, he was just confident. He just sounded the most confident to ever get on a microphone. Before Rakim, like there were MCs, right? And the MC was really propping up the DJs. That's the history, right? MCs were propping up DJs, and the DJs was the star. Rakim changed that shit. You know what I'm saying? They were starting to already become stars for sure, but it was like, you know what I mean? Like, and still was humble enough to still ride with Eric B for a while. They were like Shaq and Kobe. Um, oh shit, I done forgot songs. So songs you should listen to by Rakim: Follow the Leader, Paid in Full, I Ain't No Joke, and Musical Massacre. I meant to say J. Cole songs to listen to: For Your Eyes Only, Pie. His verse on Pie is fucking ridiculous. Lights Please and Farewell. The whole Friday Night Lights fucking project. I could go on and on about Cole. But yeah, Rakim, that was number 9. Rakim, listen to Follow the Leader, listen to Paid in Full, I Ain't No Joke, Musical Massacre. Listen to old rap too, before Rakim. And then listen to Rakim. And then listen to everybody else. But that's Rakim, number 9. Number 8, Tupac. His best lyrical attributes are storytelling and emotional resonance and meaning and thought provoking. And not necessarily thought provoking where he's saying things that are just out of this world thought provoking. He's saying things that are challenging the way you think, right? When Brenda's got a baby, it was like this man writing a song about a woman who who had a who had a baby at a young age. Niggas wasn't doing that. It was thought provoking, right? Writing a song about his mother. Niggas wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up. Rappers weren't rapping about issues like this. Public Enemy a little bit, but issues like this, you know what I'm saying? He, these aren't issues, these aren't things that are complicated. He not rapping about rocket science. He rapping about things that just challenge the way you think about everyday things. You know what I'm saying? Which makes him very relatable. That's where the emotional resonance comes in, because he raps about regular stuff, but he does it in a very emotional, resonant way and very poetic, like very poetic. Um, he's top 5 in storytelling. You already done named Brenda's Got a Baby. I already done named Dear Mama. It's really not a story, but it feels like it. Um, Top 5 storyteller, man. The emotional resonance is really what makes Pac the influence he had, because he just was the charismatic. He's very charismatic, and that's where the technician comes from him. And he's very, I don't want to say simple, but he doesn't stack syllables like that. He has, but he's more not trying to impress you with his complicated flows. He's trying to appeal to you with his complicated flows. Back to that bar, blast me but never ask me. It's going to be stuck in your head by the time I say it again. Am I wrong? Because I want to get it on till I die. He wants you to hear him. And when you hear him, you feel him. Pause. But on God, that's how he raps. Some people want you to hear it and understand it the first time, but then hear it the second time, and then you get the double entendre. Or some people want you to hear it and it's like, oh, this flow is too complicated for you to get everything the first time. You got to run it back. Pac didn't write like that. I don't know if he wanted to. I don't think he wanted to. I don't think it was a capability that he couldn't do. I just think he was trying to give out a message, and he wanted you to receive it. He wanted you to remember it. He wanted you to believe it. You get what I'm saying? So he kept things simple in that way. Less words, less complicated, but was still very technical. Like I said, using internal rhymes. He used alliteration a lot, right? Um, but one of the best flows ever, man. Like one of the best flows ever. And it's important as a as a lyrical rapper. Not crazy with wordplay. And a lot of people don't understand what I said. You have to listen to Pac, and if you don't fuck with Pac, I understand. But most people do. If you don't put Pac on your top, if he's not high on your top rappers list, I understand. And usually this is why. It's because of what I said about he's not crazy complicated with his rhyme schemes or flow. He's not really a punchlines rapper. He's not really a metaphor rapper. He's really a songwriter. He's really thought provoking in the way that I'm talking about. And even in that way, people like, see, he's not talking about nothing crazy. He's just talking about a 16-year-old girl who had a baby. That's nothing crazy. But the way he did it, though, it's almost like, you know, some people make blockbuster movies, but they're the best at it, right? They're the best at it. And when you're the best at it, like you deserve flowers. Some people make movies that win Oscars, right? Right? Some blockbuster movies do win Oscars, right? And some, you know what I'm saying? So, and when I mean blockbusters, I mean appeal to a lot of people, easy to digest, easy to understand. And then there's some movies you got to watch over and over and over again to understand, right? Two different skill sets, but I still feel like both of them, in order to be great at them, you have to be great. It's skill. It's skill to make something digestible and appealing and understandable, and people like it. Just like it takes a lot of skill to make something complicated and have people like it too, and to have it make sense. Pac is the first thing I said. Simple, easy to digestible, but it's great. And that's why he's on this list. And it might be why I got him 8, honestly. 7. I'm probably pissing people off. Hold on, songs for Pac. I can't keep forgetting songs. I already done named a lot of them. Thug's Passion, I love. Live and Die in L.A. Brenda's Got a Baby. Staring Through My Rear View. There's a lot of Pac songs I love. Changes is cold. My Block I fuck with. Those albums is crazy. Man, Pac, one of the greatest. We'll do more of these because there's so much I could talk about as far as rappers go. Number 7, man. Biggie. One of the best storytellers of all time. Again, you can't not have a top 10 lyricist list to me and not have Rakim on it. You can't not have Tupac on it. And you can't have Biggie on it, right? One of the best storytellers of all time. One of the best rap technicians. He kind of helped rap move forward on a technical level, right? He helped pushed it forward. You can hear Rakim's influence on all of these rappers, on all of them, right? Biggie took the baton from him, and the other rappers that came out around him too. They took the baton from him and pushed it forward. They took it to the next level, which is why I got them above Rakim, because I do think they're better than Rakim. They don't get here without him, but they took it to the next level once they realized what was possible. Biggie's one of the best, has one of the best flows. He can flow anyway. He can, you know what I'm saying? And he's more appealing. He's more complicated than Pac when it comes to rhyme schemes, but still use internal rhymes, still uses crazy flows, still very catchy, great freestyler as well. But stacking syllables together, he's one of the best technicians of rap, man. You could learn a lot about rap by listening to Biggie. You know, he'll speed up the flow, slow it down, speed it up, slow it down, all in the same bar. Pause. Metaphors, similes, wordplay, punchline. Biggie's got them. This is probably why people say again, you know, it's all about taste when it comes to the two of them. But most people put Biggie over Pac if they do, and it's because of these two things. It's like I said, like, you know what I'm saying? They are very polarizing. You know, they were in the beef, and you think about Hit 'Em Up. Like, when you think about Hit 'Em Up, there's not a punchline in there. But what did Pac? It's hard to talk about Biggie without talking about Pac, and it's hard to talk about Pac without talking about Biggie. When you think about Hit 'Em Up, first off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim. Niggas love that line. What was the thing that he said that was crazy? What was the thing that was complicated? Where was the flow that was complicated? It wasn't. But he flowed charismatically, and what he said fucked your head up. Not because he said some rocket science shit, but because he really said that shit. You get what I'm saying? That's Pac. Biggie was a technician on Who Shot You. And even Who Shot You, just saying that, and even though they say it wasn't towards Pac, just saying that at the time was, did he really fucking drop that record? I wasn't, I was little when these records coming out. I don't remember. I don't have a memory of this, but I understand the history. Who Shot You really moved the goalposts back. You had to get back you had to get in your bag to say you a rapper. You get what I'm saying? That's crazy. I never said something like that. Move the goalpost back instead of moving it. Like, yeah, no, you got to get in your bag to kick after this nigga did some shit. That's some thought-provoking shit. Crazy. Anyway, big man, emotionally resonant. Not as much as Pac, not as much as others, but effective. And when I say not as much, I'm just saying others were better, right? At this part, the thought-provoking did come from the lines he was saying and not necessarily, oh shit, right? It's like, oh shit, that bar was crazy, and not like, oh shit, I never thought about life in this way. But emotionally resonant in a nigga from Brooklyn relates to it. And if you're not from Brooklyn, you want to relate to it type shit. And on that level, he's very effective. But what what got Biggie this high on the list so far is the rhyme schemes, the flow, and his wordplay, his bars, his punchlines. Songs, Who Shot Ya, Notorious Thugs, I Love the Dough with Jay-Z on there, and Victory. Go check them songs out. I'm gonna make a playlist too. I'm gonna make a playlist so y'all can hear all these in one place. Number 6, man. Number 6. Jay-Z. Top lyrical attributes. His flow, his rhyme schemes, paired with wordplay and metaphors. Kind of similar to Biggie in a way. Right? Kind of similar to a lot similarities when you break it down. The style is very similar when you break it down into the skill set. But when you listen to them, they're very different. Right? Like when you break down the skill sets, they're very good at the same skills. But boy, when you listen to I Love the Dough, they ain't rapping the same. You get what I'm saying? But man, and that's that Brooklyn shit, right? Like that's that Brooklyn shit. They gonna talk about getting to it. They gonna talk about having it. They gonna talk about who's the biggest on the block. Pause. And they gonna say it in a charismatic way. And they gonna try to show they wit as much as they can. That's Hove, man. Like, you know, you got a lot. He's a acquired taste too. You know, he rapped when he really blew up. He was older, so a lot of people, a lot of people, especially outside of the Northeast, don't appreciate Jay-Z until they get older. Because when you young, he's talking about a lot of shit. Again, it's not necessarily complicated, but it might not be. It might not be something that you can really understand until you're older. Like a lot of people listen to Renegade and they say, well, M had Hov initially, and then later on in life they listen to that second Jay-Z verse and they're like, wait a minute, he was actually talking. Now that I'm grown as hell and I understand and I feel what he's saying, and that's where the emotional resonance comes from. Damn, he was spitting. That first M verse go crazy though. You get what I'm saying? We'll talk about that more later. But yeah, lyrically, man, his flow and his rhyme schemes, a little bit more unorthodox than Pac. He just rhymed different. He started off rhyming fast, but then he slowed it down, but it was still creative. It's not cookie cutter. And you know, he rhymes off of the dome. So did Biggie. Pac wrote in a book, but he rhymes off the dome. So the way he rhymed was more off the cuff a little, off the beat a little, on the beat, but not, you know, Pac was blast me, never asked me, live a lot. And the Hov was just like, uh, you know what I'm saying? Like he really, it's a flow to it, but it's not sticking to the drums so much. It's a technician. And then the wordplay. I already said the businessman line. Like one of the best at wordplay, one of the best at punchlines. People sleep on that about him. It's crazy. And he even has thought-provoking moments as well. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best rap artists of all time. Y'all know this. An effective storyteller. Not really slept on as a storyteller. I don't think on Pac's level. I don't think on Big's level, but he slept on. But again, I think the metaphors and the flow and the schemes puts him past Big on the lyricism category for me. Songs, Smile, Friend or Foe, It's Like That, Hovey Baby, and Renegade. Number five, got to be on this list when you talk about lyricism. Y'all might be mad where I put him, but there's a reason why I'm putting him here, and it's Lupe Fiasco. His best lyrical attribute is his wordplay. It's out of this world. His wordplay, he's got one of the best. And there's a lot of niggas with wordplay. We could just talk about wordplay, double entendre rappers. There's a lot that probably be in the top 20 lyricism. Lupe's wordplay, I think, top 2, if not 1. And I really got him 1. Nobody says the same thing and means 5 things better than him. And it's really that simple. And he does it so well and so often, and he's shown it so often. He's a good storyteller. He's a technician, of course. All I'm saying is there's people that are better than him on this list at a few things, but he's so much better at wordplay that he has to be above everybody on the lyricism way. Because again, if you were to print out his lyrics and just read what he's saying, it's insane. And his rhyme scheme, flow, they're complicated, but he can also make something appealing. He just doesn't care to, right? Kick push is what sent him. He could do it, but he doesn't care to. Lupe Fiasco is a rap technician, a wordplay technician, and a rap artist that gets overlooked. I don't think anybody want any smoke with Lupe. It's gonna be a long day. Top 5 lyricists of all time. Songs, The Coolest, Gotta Eat, Failure, Pound of Flesh, Lupe Fiasco, man. We almost at the end, man. Appreciate y'all if y'all been rocking with me. About to knock these last 4 out. Number 4, top lyricist of all time is Eminem. Knew he was coming. Just didn't know where. Top lyrical attributes, man. Rhyme scheme technician. He's probably the best at rhyme schemes, right? He's probably the best rhymer, right? Of all time. Nobody rhymes better. And then the internal Renegade. Listen to Renegade. Listen to Renegade first verse. And listen to him stack rhyme and flows on top of each other. The rhyme schemes. He was just he was that's technician rap. Like that song almost make me motherfucking cry because of how good they rapping. They's rapping their ass off on that song. They was rapping their ass off on that song. And he was stacking the rhyme schemes on top of each other. Like I said, love Rakim, respect the Rakim. Wouldn't be no rappers that rap like this without Rakim. He wasn't doing that. All due respect. Not that he can't. He's good. Rakim's still good. Rakim could still flow. He wasn't doing what Eminem did on Renegade. He wasn't doing what Hov was doing on Renegade either. They just took the baton from him and took it to the next level, right? He created, I seen somewhere somebody said, Rakim created the atoms. And now everybody's making, all these great creations with him. But he created the atoms. Everything is built from the foundation he laid. And the foundation is very important. Everything is going to crumble without a foundation. But damn, these niggas is making skyscrapers. These niggas is making airplanes. These niggas is making time machines. You don't get no time machine without atoms. But damn, this nigga is making a time machine. And that's why I got them. There's a gap between Eminem and Rakim and the rest of these people, to me anyway. And we're just talking about rhyme schemes, flow. He's one of the best at flowing. Anywhere you want to flow, you can go. Later in his career, like now Eminem, he just flexing these muscles. He's showing you what he could just do. And a lot of people don't like his music because that's what he's doing. Lupe is kind of in that same thing. It's like, I'm about to show you how far we could take this rap shit. We done already made the commercial music. Lupe a lot shorter than Eminem. Eminem had a whole career of commercial music, hit records, and all that. Now he's like, look, I'm about to fucking put as many rhyme schemes as I can together, syllables as I can together, and then wordplay, similes, metaphors. One of the best to ever do it. Freestyle, battle rapper, right? Punchlines. Eminem's one of the best to ever do it, right? And then emotional resonance. One of the most heartfelt rappers, definitely. People can relate to him. Maybe not black culture so much, but there are elements to him that everybody can. You know what I'm saying? For his people and for people that look like him, very emotional resonant, right? For them, which is why he sells so much. That's a different conversation, right? But storyteller, every category. When you think about lyricism, Eminem checks off every box at a top tier level, right? Storyteller, he got one of the best storytelling songs of all time. Stan. Eminem's top 4 lyricists of all time. Songs, Rock Bottom, Infinite, Stan, Alfred's Theme, and Renegade. Had to throw it twice for both him and Hov. Number three. Mustard on the beat. It's Kendrick Lamar, man. Kendrick Lamar, man. I know. But it's time to chalk it up now. It's time to start. I threw Cole in here and I threw Kendrick in here. It's because it's time to start talking about the whole field now. These niggas been in the game for 10 plus years now. We could talk about them amongst the greats and we could rank them. Kendrick Lamar is a top 3 lyricist of all time. And if you put him number 1, I understand. Rap technician. Nobody was rapping the way he rapped when Rigor Mortis came. Nobody was. I mean, aiming with dragons, I crack the egg in your basket. I'm really messing with magic. I just imagine the madness. I like the ashes. Don't ask your favorite rapper who was doing that shit. Who was doing this shit? He changed how I wrote. He took the baton and pushed it farther. Sorry, Rakim. Like I ain't trying to pick on Rakim. I'm just telling y'all, man. It was the foundation. He wasn't rapping like that. He was a little bit. Not like that though. And this is rigor mortis and it's gorgeous and you are recording the Morpheus, the Matrix in my mind. Like, come on, man. Flow and rhyme schemes. Again, these two categories are important. For you to be one of the best lyricists, you have to be very good at flow and rhyme schemes. You have to be. The pioneer. Again, let me big up Rakim in this way. The pioneer. The reason why rap is the way it is because flow and rhyme schemes. To me, if I rank the attributes based off what's the most important, it's these things. You know what I'm saying? It's these things. And if you flow in a creative way, if you use creative rhyme schemes, if you can make complicated rhyme schemes, you're gonna be very high on most people's list. You just add a few more of the elements, and you're a very lyrical rapper. That's how I look at it. If you look at anybody's top 10 lyricist list, everybody's gonna be different. But when you look at everybody's list, go to their flows, go to their rhyme schemes, tell me how good they are at it. I guarantee you they're one of the best to do it. I guarantee you they're creative in it. Kendrick Lamar is one of the best rhyme schemes, rhyme patterns, cadence, flow, any type of flow, any beat. Not Like Us is not rigor mortis. It's not rigor mortis. He made both songs. He made rigor mortis and he made Not Like Us. He's one of the best lyricists of all time. He made Sing About Me and Art of Peer Pressure. One of the best of all time. right? So he's one of the best storytellers of all time. Storytellers of all time, not rap storytellers. I think storytellers of all time. He about to start doing movies. We about to see, right? Like I think like not only was he telling stories amongst songs, Good Kid, Mad City was a story within itself, and it impacted the culture so much. You know, it's a classic amongst fans. But every rapper, a lot of the good rappers around the time, try to come out with concept albums because of Good Kid, Mad City. Logic came out with a concept album. J. Cole came up with 2014 Forest Hills Drive, and it was a whole story, right? Big Sean came out with that concept album. Tory Lanez had a concept album. People went concept album crazy after Good Kid, Mad City because they was like, oh shit, he told a story through a whole album. One of the best storytellers of all time, man. One of the best. We made it left. We made it left. We made it left. We made it left and made it right. We made it left. We were just circling life. And what he said, the police, they made it left. They made it left. They made it right. Then another right. One lucky night with the homies. The Art of Peer Pressure is one of the best storytelling songs of all time. And that's one of the best storytelling bars to me. The imagery of being chased by the police, right? And understanding what's happening when he's telling you he made a left and made a left and made it right. Made it right. We were just circling like, and then the police, they made a left, they made a left. You know what I'm saying? And they made the wrong turn. They got away. He didn't tell you they got away. You knew they got away based off what he described. One of the best, and that's storytelling. How do you storytell in any art form? You show, you don't tell. You don't say we got away from the police. That's bad storytelling. You show how it looks like, how it would sound, how it would smell for you to get away from the police. And that's what he did. And that's what makes him one of the best storytellers of all time. Like, I mean, top 2, top 3, put them in whatever order you want to. And I just already said how crazy he is at the technical skills. You understand? Double entendre king. He ain't really a similes punchline rapper. He's more of metaphors, more double entendre than he is punchlines. So they're indirect. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say J. Cole's a better rapper. And it's because I think because J. Cole says a lot of punchlines. And I mean like using the word like or just setting the bars up so that you understand it's a punchline. A lot of the shit Kendrick be saying go over your head. And they're double entendres. So you don't understand where that skill set is actually being utilized. You just don't realize it. Very emotional resonant, very thought provoking, right? Writes off the dome. This don't really count as lyricism, but I'm just showing you how many different types of people that wrote. Like Eminem writes everything. Kendrick records from the head, from the dome. Pause. Jay-Z, who else? Biggie. You could do it in both ways. You don't have to do it just one way. Kendrick Lamar, man, top 3 lyricists of all time. Songs, Art of Peer Pressure, Reincarnated, talking from different perspectives, not just embodying the Tupac flow, but talking from different perspectives and Reincarnated from artists. It's thought provoking in that level. It's like this nigga made a song talking about being a musician. What was it like in the 50s? And then or the early 20s, and then like the 50s, and then current him. He just keeps being reincarnated until he learns a lesson. It's a thought provoking. He. This is why he's above Pac on the lyricism level, because Pac would do the technical side, and this is a learning point for you if you want to learn rap from a more constructive side. when you listen to Reincarnated, he's using Pac's flow. He's using Pac's rhyme scheme. But the words are him, right? The storytelling is him. So he's rapping like Pac, right? And it's crazy. Like he did it after Drake did it, right? Drake did it on Taylor Made, but he did it from his psyche, right? It was Pac's flow, but from Drake's psyche, and it was good. But then Tupac was like, yeah, Tupac. Kendrick was like, nah, I'ma use Pac's flow, but from my psyche, and I'ma show you how it can be taken to the next level. And it's just it's definitely one of the best storytelling songs of all time. Already, people saying it's good, but I'm already ranking it as one of those. Keisha song, love it. Rigor Mortis talked about it. Sing About Me. You can't really talk about him without talking about most of these songs. There's plenty verses, but that's Kendrick Lamar. He get his own. One day he'll get his own podcast. Most of these rappers will. All right, number 2, man. All the way to 2. Long episode. Andre 3000. Top lyrical attributes. Flow. Rhyme scheme. Very creative with both. I don't want to gloss over Andre 3K at all. He's number 2. We at the end of the list. I'm running our time up. Andre 3K. People say it, but I don't think they understand it. So it kind of feels overlooked when people talk about him. He's one of the best rap technicians. He's a lot like Kendrick, but he was in a group, and I think that's part of why he kind of gets overshadowed, not by necessarily his group mate. People say he overshadows his group mate, Big Boy, but overshadows everybody else because he was in a group. Can rap on anything. One of the best rap artists too, right? But can rap any way you want him to. Flow anyway. Alliteration, rhyme schemes. Again, I'm talking about the same thing again. He's to me, he's top 5 rap technicians when it comes to flow and in rhyme schemes. When I was talking about storytelling before, top 2 or 3 storytellers of all time. If you put him at number 1, I understand. You put him at number 2 storytelling, I understand. You put him number 3, I understand. You start talking 4 and 5, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I get it. But top 3 storytellers of all time for me. The art of storytelling. I keep thinking about verses. One of the best verses of all time to me is that International Players Anthem, because he showed lyricism and checked all the boxes in one verse. But not only did he show lyricism, and when people think lyricism, they think, nerdy geek shit, right? He did it in an appealing way. It's a verse you could rap to a lot of people and they'll sing it with you off rip. It's that good. People know it that well. It's that well known, and if you dive into that International Players Anthem verse, he's telling a story. He flowed 2 to 3 different ways, maybe more. He flowed creatively too. It's not cookie cutter. It didn't sound like something you heard before. It's not a cookie cutter flow. But at the same time, he was appealing with the flow. Rhyme scheme. Flow, right? Storytelling. And he had wordplay in it. It's one of the best verses of all time. I don't know about best verse. We'll have to rank that too. But It's one of the most. It's like when people ask you what is lyricism, you can say this verse because it again it checks every box, right? I've been talking about these skill sets, right? And I thought about the skill set, and then I started thinking about the rappers, and then I started thinking about their songs, and then when I started thinking about Andre, I obviously thought about this verse, and when I think about the verse from the skill set standpoint, I'm like, oh shit, this shit is a story. Oh shit, this nigga's flow is crazy on here. This nigga rhyme scheme on here is crazy. The wordplay on there is crazy. He's creative. He's checking all the boxes, and it's a hit song. Not even a hit song. It's a hit verse. Put you know what I'm saying? If you were to walk around people that know rap culture and say, "Hey, you got to rap this verse or I'm gonna shoot you." A lot of people, if they smart, they gonna rap that verse. And I'm trying not to start the verse because if I start the verse, I'm gonna have to finish the verse. You understand what I'm saying? You know I got your back like chiropractic. If that do you dirty, wipe her ass out is in detergent. Now hurry, on to the altar. I know you're not a pimp, but pimp, remember what I taught you. He's telling us top two lyricists of all time, man. International player anthem. Listen to Quimini. Listen to artist storytelling. Listen to Come Home. And more recently, of course, what he did with Kanye on Life of the Party. Andre 3 Stacks, man. Andre 3000, man. Can't go overlooked. One of the best lyricists of all time, best rappers. He's on that. Kendrick is too. He's on that best rappers list, best rap artist list. Kendrick's on that. He's on all three. Who else have I said that I think is on all three? Eminem probably, Hove, Pac. I think that's it. That's who I would rank on all three. That's gonna be a good. That's gonna be a good list too. All right, number one. You should know by now. You know, y'all should know if you know. I ain't about to. You can't say top 10 lyricists. This name got to be on the list. I ain't said it yet. So if you made it to the end, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna wrap this up because you already know what the fuck I'm about to say. Nas is my number one top lyricist of all time. Why? When I think about Rakim, you kind of can't think about Rakim without thinking about Nas. When I think about the evolution of rap, I think about like all of these people that I said before. But when you think about evolution, it's like as long as you survive, eventually you'll get to a place, right? As long as you survive and if you're growing, you'll get to a certain place. So it's like when I think about Kendrick and I think about Rakim, I think about the advancement of the foundation. I feel like Nas made Kendrick faster. That makes sense. Nas made Eminem faster. They would have ended up where they were, but he expedited the development, right? Again, Rakim made the foundation. Nas, like you don't even get Good Kid without Illmatic. Nas expedited, right? Everybody on this list, you know, Hove went toe to toe with him, but most people on this list, Pac has something bad to say about him, but he ain't really fuck with the East Coast at all. Eminem looked up to Nas. Cole looked up to Nas. Kendrick looked up to Nas, right? they you don't and on so many levels, especially lyricism, this is where he holds the crown. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them hold the crown in a different regard somewhere else. This is where Nas is the best at, and it's the lyrical ability. And again, rhyme scheme and flow. There's before Nas, and then there's after Nas, right? There's a before Nas, and there's a after Nas. Just like there's a before Rakim and after Rakim, and there's in between Rakim and Nas. And then it was Nas, and then niggas was rapping. Jay-Z rapped a little bit different after Illmatic came out. Big, Pac, there's a little shift. You get what I'm saying? You don't get Kendrick without Nas. You don't get Cole without Nas. You don't get M without Nas. There's a little shift. You don't get Rakim. You don't get a lot of them without Rakim. You don't get Nas without Rakim. But when it comes to rhyme scheme, creative flows, again, he makes flowing sound like he's speaking. He's not trying. He's not. It's effortless. It's seamless. It's efficient. I don't know if he be taking breaths, and he's complicated with his flows, yet appealing with them, right? Pac was more simple. Nas was more unorthodox, still appealing, right? Not cookie cutter, but still appealing. The rap technicians of rap technicians, right? I do think some people flow better. I do think there's somebody that does rhyme schemes better. Nobody did it like this together the way he did it. And he's top 3 storytellers of all time. And he got punchlines. And he's emotionally resonant. And he says thought-provoking shit. Nas one of the best ever. Everybody knows that. I know everybody like that. Everybody should know the take. I know we talk about rappers, and this isn't that list. We talk about top 5. A lot of people end with Biggie. A lot of people end with Pac. Some people end with Jay-Z. You know, and I know that's like a cookie cutter at this point, quote unquote, top 5 list. Not Nas is up there. And the reason why Nas is up there is because his lyrical ability. His storytelling is top tier. His rhyme schemes, his flow is top tier. His metaphors, he's very metaphoric. He's not like or as. He's not necessarily punchline, but he can go there. Top tier. Did I say storytelling already? I know I did, but I want to reiterate. One of the best storytellers of all time, man. Listen to Rewind. And I was young when it happened, but I'm trying to figure out, when you think about storytelling, I think of it from different art forms, right? Rap is one way, songwriting, rap/rap, right? And then there's, the most was storytelling. I guess it was just telling stories and remembering them, but writing them down, writing novels, books, right? And then movies. One of my favorite writers in film and directors is Christopher Nolan. And he has a movie, and I haven't even Googled this. I meant to Google this, so I don't know. But I know it's came out around the same time. I'm interested in knowing who dropped what first. And I haven't even looked up an interview about it, because he might tell it in an interview. It'd be interesting for me to research. I probably should have researched that before I did this. But Christopher Nolan, who did the Dark Knight franchise, who did Inception, right? Oppenheimer, that Christopher Nolan. He did one of his first films was called Memento, and basically the film ends with, I think he either kills somebody or he dies. I forget which one. And you see it. You see all the events in the film. It's a great film. And here I am talking about movies on this shit. In the film, y'all should see it if y'all haven't watched it. The guy has short-term memory loss, so he has to write everything on a sticky note because he forgets. So he has to write what he's about. He has to write what he was about to do, so that after he does it, after he doesn't remember why he killed. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. He doesn't remember why he killed somebody, and you watching the film backwards, and you watching him write each stick. It's a great film, and that's basically what Rewind is. I don't know which one came out, but I'm gonna tell y'all the version that I want to believe. Christopher Nolan got inspired by that movie because he listened to Rewind by Nas. I don't give a fuck. One of the best storytelling songs of all time. It ain't hard to tell. Queens get the money. He's spitting. Eye for an eye. And verbal intercourse, man. That first verse. Listen to verbal intercourse. You want to hear a nigga rap his ass off. And don't sound like he is. Man, I've been talking to y'all for an hour. I'm going to have to cut this down and do a short version. And post it. And then see if I could do like a 10-minute version. I might just do a 10-minute version real quick. Actually. And just the in-depth. This is just the in-depth. But man, if you listen to this version of it, really appreciate you. I really thought about this. Top 10 lyricists of all time. I'll do it in order again. Cole, J. Cole, Rakim, Tupac, Biggie at 7, Jay-Z at 6, Lupe Fiasco at 5, Eminem at 4, Kendrick at 3, Andre 3000 at 2, Nas at 1. Man, comment, hit me up, DM me, email me, wherever you listening to this, however you can. Debate me, man. What I got wrong? What order would you put it in? Who did I leave off? Let me know.